Guys, a new law for men just dropped. So, I don't know if you have heard about this game that was recently pulled, but it is the most disgusting thing that I have come across this week, and we need to talk about this.
There is a game about straight up SA on the Steam store right now. Released just a couple of weeks ago, this game is about straight up assaulting as many women as you can, including your own mother, aunts, sisters, everyone. Everyone. Assault them. Like, that is the name of the game. You know, I'm not even shocked that a game like this exists. There are a lot of sick fucks out there, but I am absolutely appalled that Steam would allow this game on their platform. And rather than direct you to change.org or some other petition, I would direct you to this game's Steam page directly. You may need to turn off safe search settings, but after you do, go and look up No Mercy and then go to the store page and click on the flag here to report the game. I think that a lot of reports would be way more effective than any petition could be. This is absolutely disgusting.
I ain't gonna lie, if you buying that game that everyone's talking about right now, I think it's called No Mercy or some shit. If you're buying that, please stay away from me, any woman in my life. Literally just stay away from women, period. You need to be on a list, you need to be in jail, you need to be thrown into the deepest pits of hell. There's no reason you should be playing that game. What is wrong with you, fam? That shit is freaked out. You too going down, you past going. You're unsavable, my nigga. You need to go to jail. You need to go to hell, my nigga. You gotta get out of here. You need to be banished from eternity. There's no reason that game should be in your Steam library, bro. If I see that shit in your Steam library, I'm kicking your PC, bro. I'm eating your PC. I'm devouring that shit. And you never gonna see your fucking graphic card ever again. I swear to God, y'all are weird, bro. What is going on with the world? Y'all niggas freaked out.
With regards to the No Mercy controversy, I think that a lot of you, like, really aren't able to take sexual abuse seriously because of the way they reacted, because you have a lot of women on this app talking about that controversy and about that game and how disgusting it is, and they're very passionate about it. They have a reason to be. They're fucking hateful in their videos. Talking about the game, about anything, like anything with relation to that subject matter. Anytime that topic comes up, they're fucking angry. They have a hatred for it. They have a hatred for predators. They have a hatred for the way that women are dehumanized and degraded, and how this is so normalized in every corner of society. And then you have a bunch of progressive dipshit men who claim to be feminist, who claim to stand in support, like, of female-led movements and about, like, for the liberation of women and all of this shit. And when they talk about it, they're just disappointed. Like, there's no anger. There's no anger in their fucking voices. I legitimately feel as if most men, regardless of how, like, feminist you call yourself, I don't think you hate predators. I don't even think that you're bothered by the men who think it's funny. I don't think you hate these people. I don't think you hate the principle of, like, laughing at it. The most progressive man on the fucking planet, and he'll be staring into the camera and be like, loser, weird behavior. Like, what's wrong with you? You think that's rage bait? And it's someone, like, some, like, fucking 14, 15, 16-year-old sack of shit trolling in a comment section, like, talking about No Mercy or whatever the video was about, someone who's been sexually abused, whatever. It's like when someone, like, says, like, degrading or dehumanizing shit, and you have people telling them to grow up. I can't stress enough that none of you fucking hate these people enough. Like, even, I mean, there's lots of people, this isn't just a man issue, but it's predominantly, like most things, a man issue. I legitimately feel that you don't give a fuck about sexual abuse if your reaction to anyone making fun of someone who suffered it, from anyone, like, defending material that might be a promotion of it, or, like, consuming material that might be a promotion of it, or that helps them get off sexually, whatever it is. If your reaction isn't hateful enough, like, if it's not, if you don't hold a serious volition in your voice, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's disgusting, that's pathetic, that's vile. Not, oh, that's weird. That's weird. Loser behavior. If you don't think that, like, these men are actual sacks of shit, you don't care enough. If you're not angry in your fucking videos, you don't care enough. If you go onto a video discussing that controversy or any controversy similar to it, if you go onto videos of people talking about sexual abuse or SA awareness, or, like, personal experiences related to it, or harassment, anything, You're a sack of shit, and I honestly, genuinely would not feel bad if you were taken out back and shot. Like, yeah, I mean, it's important to humanize people, blah, 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 whatever. I legitimately don't feel sorry for you. Like, if you were beaten literally, like, into life support, I wouldn't feel bad if I was able to read your chat history and there was some shit in there like that, and you're past a certain age. Because I still don't believe in putting it past children, but like, you're much more easily influenced when you're a kid, and I understand that. Like, if you don't feel like you should be aggressive with these people, like you should like seriously want to hurt them, even if you're a passive person, like if you don't feel that they should suffer tremendous consequence for these actions, there's something wrong with you and the way that you approach it, because it shows. I legitimately feel that men don't give a fuck. And any and every time that this kind of controversy hits the news or like promotes a discussion on TikTok or social media, you have two different reactions. Well, three really. Like, you have the people who don't give a fuck, who are gonna rage bait, who are gonna troll or just ignore it entirely. And you have the women that are actually fucking angry, and like people who are actually angry because they or someone they know have directly experienced these things, and they have an understanding of how common it is and how damaging it is, how traumatizing it is. And you have men who think they do, who think they care, who think that like caring is just being like, oh, what's wrong with you? That's terrible. Like, oh, grow up. No. You should like want to hurt these people. You should want to re-educate them too, but like, you should to some degree feel a serious amount of anger, even if it doesn't lead to physical violence. You should seriously feel hateful towards that behavior, if not the person, that behavior. It should enrage you. You should be fucking angry, and I'm fucking angry. I'm fucking angry at the people that are like doing rage bait about these videos, because you're disgusting. You're a disgusting person. I'm fucking angry at the men who don't care, who are apathetic towards this topic or like anything, any amount of suffering. I'm fucking angry at just like the idea that this game was made, that there was a fucking dev team that thought that this was appropriate, that there was probably millions of men getting off to this material specifically, and that there are millions and millions and millions and millions of men on this planet that will actively continue to do so, even if not from this game. And I want to see these people hurt. I do. Like, regardless of whether or not that leads to any amount of legislation, or if I can make that decision, like, and bring these people to consequence, I want to. That's what happens when you actually fucking hate predators. It's not a stare into the camera and call it cringe. You're not allowed to call it cringe. It's not cringe. It's disgusting. We need to start making that distinction.
I thought this shit was fake. What do you mean it's real? No Mercy is a 3D choice-driven adult visual novel with a huge focus on inherent and male, can I even say that on this app? That one Pantera song. After your mother's affair shatters your family, you take on a new role not to fix what's broken, but to claim it for yourself. Unveil her deepest secrets, subdue her, and make all women yours. What? No Mercy, including I just don't want the video to get taken down, I'm sorry. Unavoidable according to its Steam page, which also promised players the opportunity to become every woman's worst nightmare and never take no for an answer. Now, the part, I mean, this is already batshit insane, right? But the part that's like sending me is the fact that, listen, it was removed from sale in Canada and Australia, right? And it was pulled from Steam entirely. Of course, like no shit. But then it defended the content as harmless. What? I just hope no kids played this. I'm just like, why? How down in the depths do you have to be to even consider an idea like this? This is, listen, if anyone was even remotely interested in this shit, there's not even help to give. Just Old Yeller. You just need to be taken out the back like Old Yeller, cause why? I don't know, man. Just there's certain shit that should never be made. This is just foul on so many levels, dude. But Let me know what you guys think.
To see me upset in this video, but I do not care. I am fucking sick. There is a game going around, going viral right now, with the core objective to gang rape women. Men gang raping women, and the more you gang rape, you get more points. I already know I'm gonna get spat for crying. Listen, ask me if I care. Ask me again if I care. Sorry that I actually have empathy for my fellow women of this godforsaken planet. We do not deserve this shit. And the thing that's fucked up is that this is not some crazy game that you have to go searching for. This is literally on Steam. You can find it right now on Steam. So any gamer or anyone of that nature who has a Steam Deck or has access to Steam is able to get a hold of something this destructive. I don't understand how anyone is able to ever even conceptualize giving birth in this planet when this is the type of people we have to share the world with. In the UK, just a couple weeks ago, for example, that we had a case where schoolboys gang raped a girl around the school premises, and now I am just wondering, did they have a hand to play in this game? Because there are over 130 million users that actively play this flipping shit. Waking up to this when I've just posted the petition in my bio for Kwekwe, justice for Kwekwe, the 7-year-old in South Africa who was raped in school. I hate this planet. Get me off. Get me off. Do not fucking ask me as to why I don't want children. Do not ever fucking ask me that question with your brown, stinky, smelly tongue ever again.
Some of you guys are fucking weird. I know some of these are probably bot accounts, never played video games in their life. I find it weird people like you think it's okay to condone sexual assault in a video game. We even got freaking WhatsApp Invincible here in the comments basically saying that I'm part of that demographic. You to be the one to talk. I'm just gonna say this, I'm gonna say it very clear. If you played a game where you play as a sexual assaulter and do heinous acts in a video game without any context or story in it, just to torture someone, there's something fucking wrong with you. Listen to me one more time so I can be clear, because people in the comments are gonna go straight to the rated end game. I am talking about specifically if you play a character where your main job is to sexually assault. It is for one demographic and one demographic only. People that enjoy that shit. If you like that type of shit, that's why women pick the fucking bear. You guys think like the fucking Joker. In a game of GTA, it's optional to assault someone. But the premise of No Mercy is to assault someone for the sake of it. And I'm just gonna say this. It's either young kids that are commenting in my comment section or weird ass adults. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be 100% honest. A lot of kids were exposed to video games at a young age that were meant for adults. I was one of those kids. I was in the line wanting to play Call of Duty, and I needed parental advisory in order for me to play Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I was exposed to weapons, violence, sex, and drugs when I had no business as a kid to play that. It desensitized kids to think a certain way. That's why we have the rating system to begin with. You're weird, you need help, go touch some fucking grass.
This game is being cancelled for having and incest in it, where you can sex to your own mom. And I wish I was making all of that up. It's called No Mercy. It's a visual novel game where the narrative is driven by your choices. And one of your choices is to sex your own mom. It's still up on Steam as of 4:30. And its main focus is incest and male domination. One of the lines from the game is, "Unveil her deepest secret, subdue her, and make all women yours." And then the developer defended making the game. I fully understand that for many people such things may be disgusting, but during people should really do what they want as long as they don't harm anyone. This game is about including your mom. There's a lot of harm happening in this game. If after reading our statement you still believe that such a game should not be created, then we sincerely apologize to you. At the same time, we would like you to be a bit more open to human fetishes that don't harm anyone, even though they may seem disgusting to you. This is the same kind of rhetoric that predators use. Why Steam has allowed this to go on or be put on their platform in the first place should say a lot about Valve.
In what universe does it become acceptable to create a game like this? Anyone who actually thinks about creating a game like this for commercial purposes will do it because they understand that we live in a world where this kind of behavior is systemic and is built into the fabric of every society that we live in. And more worryingly, that when people come across it, they will just look the other way and they will keep walking by. Violence against women has become completely normalized in society. We've become completely desensitized to it. Women are not objects, and violence is not a game, and this sort of thing should never be acceptable.
There's a so-called game going around that isn't a game at all. It's sick, it's criminal, and people need to know about it. The game's called No Mercy, and it has currently 168 million users. The game was developed by a company called Zrat Games. You can literally find this game on Steam. It's a game that involves twisted and dangerous ideas of sexual violence. People are talking about it like it's some secret challenge. This is a glorification of grape. One of the challenges is to grape your own mother. And the more people you grape in the game, the more rewards you get. I can't believe we live in a world where people actually develop these games and release it to the public. And then the crazy thing is people actually download it and want to play it. The massive problem with this is humans are sometimes like monkeys. Whatever they see, they do. That's why I'm really not a big fan of shooting games, any games that mimic anything immoral. Yes, and GTA 6 is one of them. Games and ideas like this put women in danger. People are just getting more strange and strange as time goes by. First it started with corn, which is a massive problem in the world that people don't talk about enough. And now we got games like No Mercy. This isn't entertainment, this isn't a game, it's just straight abuse. Share this video and educate people. We can kill this trend before it continues. Stop making immoral games, please.
One of the things that I noticed about this is the high rating. It says very positive with 167 people rating it. But it is said that it has had over 168 million users, which is more than my country. So it's like if everybody in this country was playing that game, and that is such a high number of people to be participating in such degenerate games that we really need to be worried. And I fear for the young boys and the young men growing up, because they're still gaining their moral compass on life. And once things like this are being normalized and put out into places where kids frequent, this is going to be a very big problem in the future, because we have seen the influence of podcast bros, how corn affects young minds, and now we have come to this. It's very troubling that young people are losing their innocence, especially young boys are losing their innocence to the influence of misogynistic male people. I was watching this game developer show just how many steps and how much work goes into making a simple game. And it takes such a long time, which means somebody went through months of game development to make this. And it went through different approval stages for it to be hosted on Steam. We also had this thing come up, I don't know whether it's last year or early in the year, and it was about 70,000 men who were in a group on Telegram sharing pictures and videos of the women in their life and just discussing on how to assault them. We had the case of Giselle Pellicott, and thank heavens that she got justice. But there is so many Pellicotts out there. We can only win this by first, men need to step up and fight other men who are pushing these ideologies. Not just sit back and say it's not all men, because it's clearly enough men for this to be a problem. And I've seen this saying that goes like, it says that all men benefit from the actions of violent men because it keeps women in check. It allows men to perform the barest minimum and still feel good about themselves. The existence of violent men grants good, quote unquote, good men awards for basic decency. And it's such a true statement that people who don't rape feel like they're doing something good. which is just being a normal human being. Just because you're not doing bad things does not make you better. Anyway, what do you think about all this?